You know, Rick, 50 years ago, George Hurst, who founded the company that bears his name, had a vision that he wanted to develop a vehicle that combined performance and prestige. Great appearance, great amenities, great performance, all in one package. And his vision ultimately took the name of the gentleman's hot rod. And they were expensive cars, certainly more than their more pedestrian twins that you could buy off the street from any Ford, GM, or Chrysler dealer that would blend in with the crowd. Hurst cars stood tall. They had a lot of visibility, they had a distinctive look, and they always had a lot of performance behind them. Would you agree that these cars that you have today, your Hurst Kenny Bell R-Code Mustang, your Hurst Heritage by GSS, your Hellcat Challenger, do you feel that fits that criteria even today as we're 50 years in the future now?
I actually think it's a step above. I think they've taken it to another level. Between the modern technology of the vehicle itself and the aftermarket cosmetics and production that we've seen out of these two cars, for example, the chassis, the motor package is phenomenal. The look is distinctive, but still ties with the tradition, I think, of the gold Hurst colors that made it so predominant. I remember I was getting out of the service in 1968, and I just salivated at some of the high-tech looking cars even then. And now I'm fortunate enough to have a couple of cars that were a combination of grace, speed, comfort, and performance.
You know, as we walk around and we get to the heart of this vehicle, which is certainly the engine, any Hellcat in and of itself is a pretty exciting vehicle at 707 horse. And take it to a guy like Jim Bell, who can't leave anything alone, and is going to raise the bar hugely. I guess I could say that like Trump, hugely, and give it a whole new persona. Again, I love using the term the velvet hammer, because this thing is brutal. You got the hood down, it's a stock hood, you'd never even know what's hiding under there or lurking beneath the hood. But I'm here to tell you, that's 409 cubic inches or liters, 4.9 liters. See, I'm old school, I'm still thinking of cubes, guys. This is 4.9 liters of Kenny Bell twin screw liquid cooled supercharger under the hood. This starts at 1,000. Rick, I want to hand it off to you and let you tell Cam a little bit about what we're looking at here.
Well, it's interesting how this all started. You heard the story about how I ended up getting a Hellcat. And then after Larry did his cosmetic genius on it, Jim started saying, I'm not going to do anything with the motor because they already got really good motor, really good system in it. Not many people want to do something with it. That lasted for a few months, and all of a sudden on a Monday morning, I got a phone call from Jim Bell. He says, Rick, I've been thinking about something. I think that we should really do a supercharger kit for the Hellcat. And I said, well, I thought you weren't going to do it. He said, well, that's until the Demon came out and got the Hellcat people all excited about more power. So he said, what do you think? I can buy one and do it, or maybe we should look at maybe doing yours if you want. I said, Jim, why did you even ask me? You've got it. So he said, well, we're going to take and re-engineer, redo the whole top end of this car. I said, well, all I can say is I want it the biggest, baddest, fastest you can make it that I can keep on the road, which Jim does. He makes an engine that has the performance, but also has the reliability that a guy like me, who knows where the ignition and the throttle are, makes him more comfortable in it. And when Larry was visiting with you, he said something about the 4.9 liter supercharger. It also has the second biggest throttle body that comes in the industry. The only thing bigger is one they use on the drag strip, plus the intake. So it's a total package. It's not just stick on a custom-built new intake manifold. It's to put the supercharger together, the drives together, the belts, the computers, the throttle body, the intake. It's the whole package, and Jim is a genius at it. So with the cosmetics, And the engine, I'm proud to have number 001. And I hope the relationship continues with other cars because I am really happy with it.
I can't think of a better place to experience the thrill and excitement of driving a Hurst Heritage by GSS Hellcat than from behind the wheel. You know, the fact that this one is Kenny Bell supercharged and it makes all the power it does, which is almost extreme. I can't think of a muscle car built today or in the past that has the level of comfort and almost a peace of mind that you get driving one of these Challengers. Are they big? Yes. Are they heavy? Yes. But I'll tell you what, I've come up with the slogan, I call these the Velvet Hammer, because they are simply brutal in performance, and yet they're so easy to drive, and it's such a comfortable vehicle that it almost offers the best of both worlds, extreme performance, and you're comfortable. It's like a famous guy once said, he called it the 180-mile-an-hour couch. And I took that as a compliment, that it was that composed and that comfortable and that serene at 180 miles an hour. I won't say who said it, and I won't say where they did it, but it's a quotable quote. Much like the Hurst Heritage by GSS, the Kenny Bell R-Code Mustang, obviously Hurst carpet mats and a dedicated serial number plaque. Obviously you see we've got tan leather going on again in here, which is Rick's favorite. But there's no finer place, I think, to drive a muscle car than behind the wheel of a Hellcat. And certainly a Hurst Heritage by GSS Hellcat takes it to a whole nother level. There you go.